those vaccines, there was something wrong with those vaccinations. So you hear this Ebola outbreak. You see Thomas Eric Duncan not being given a drug. Is it possible that they were waiting on him to die? Or is it possible they were using him as an experiment? Is it at all possible? If this didn't come out in the news, would they have done anything? The CDC director, Dr. Thomas Frieden, he told one story. Dr. Anthony Fauci of the National Institute of Health told another story. So the story just didn't match. It didn't mesh. And now you have these conspiracy theories about this virus. So you remember a long time ago, there was a saying that if the glove don't fit, you have to quit. Something is not fitting in this scenario here with Thomas Eric Duncan. It's just not adding up, ladies and gentlemen. And when these things don't add up, you question it. This guy takes 2 weeks, finally, before he can get the drug. They tell you that America had produced a drug maybe 8 to 10 years ago. They tell you that they were trying to send the drug to West Africa, but they didn't want it to get into West Africa. So we have to question these things. Whereas that, as opposed to that, there were 3 other individuals who were receiving the drugs. So when you hear these conspiracy theories, people wonder, well, why are these conspiracy theories? They make us think like that. They make us think like that, ladies and gentlemen. And that's the sad part. And it shouldn't be. It really and truly should not be. Now let's go to sports. See what's happening in sports. Columbia football team to visit Weequahic, seek first win. The Columbia High School varsity football team will visit Weequahic on Friday, October the 10th at 7 p.m. at Unterman Field in Newark. The Cougars lost to West Orange 49-21 at Lynn V. Profeta Field to move to an 0-4 record. CHS senior quarterback Jimmy Martinez scored on runs of 6 yards and 1 yard, and CHS senior running back Evander Jackson rushed for 91 yards, including a 62-yard touchdown run. So, even during the interviews of some parents from Columbia, I'm going to admit to you, I'm not a Columbia Cougar football fan. I'm not. I'm a fan of the sport. And while Marjorie and I broadcast that event live, we did talk to some of the parents. And I can tell you, most of the time as a coach, the kids that are sitting on the bench are always better than the kids in the game. 80% of the time. And if it's your son sitting on the bench, you're going to find a reason why your son should be playing. It's normal. And most of the time, ladies and gentlemen, most of the time, there's a reason why your kid is on the bench. He's not one of the best players. Because if you are going through the season and you haven't won a game, you want to put your best players on the field. And I don't think, I could be wrong, I don't think the coach has an interest in leaving some of his better players on the bench and putting players who are not that good out in the field so he could lose all these games. And there was another discussion that, well, some of these kids are seniors and they should be playing. Really? Really? If he's a senior and he's not that good and there's a freshman better than him, play the freshman. And that's what any coach will do. Forget about being senior or a junior. It's football. You play the best kids. I could see if it was in track and field and you're on a relay. Yeah, you give the 5th or the 6th person a run on the 4x4 relay or the 4x1 relay. You could hide them on a leg. Yeah, but this is football. You can't hide them out there on the field. No, you can't. Well, unless they could be the punter, then you can hide them. So let's continue with sports. Columbia track coach Lisa Morgan will be inducted into Newark Hall of Fame. Lisa Morgan's passion for competing in track and field began at an early age in Newark, where she was born and raised. Morgan was just 4 years old when she joined the Newark Mighty Midget. At age 11, she represented Newark at the United States Youth Game. Morgan's track career began to blossom when she competed in age group track for the Newark-wide track club. She attended Mount Vernon Elementary School from kindergarten through 8th grade. Currently, one of the top track and field coaches in the state for alma mater Columbia High School, Morgan will be enshrined into the Newark Athletic Hall of Fame. The 26th anniversary Newark Athletic Hall of Fame induction dinner will be held October the 23rd in the Grand Ballroom at the Robert Treat Hotel in Newark. To Morgan, it's truly an honor to be inducted into the Newark Athletic Hall of Fame in a city where her love for track and field started. I'm excited, Morgan said. It couldn't come from a better place that my first Hall of Fame is from the city in which I was born and raised and where track and field started me. Make it even more special is the fact that she will join her older siblings, Jerome and Michelle, who was previously inducted into the Newark Athletic Hall of Fame. Jerome and Michelle ran for since-defunct Vailsburg High School. Interestingly, all three Morgans continued their track and field careers on full athletic scholarship on the collegiate level in the Southeastern Conference. Jerome went to the University of Tennessee, Michelle went to the University of Alabama, and Lisa Morgan went to the University of Kentucky. Morgan excelled in the 800 meters at CHS under legendary coach Len Claypack, graduating in 1985. Morgan came back to CHS in 1989 to work on Claypack's coaching staff. She then served as an assistant coach at Seton University from 1993 to 2003 under head coach John Moon. After Claypack left CHS in 1999 to take a position at East Carolina University, the CHS program went through mediocrity. In 2008, Morgan was hired as the CHS Boys and Girls Indoor Track and Field head coach, looking to revive the program. And she has done just that. Morgan has restored CHS' tradition of excellence in track and field. Under her vision and wisdom, the Cougar have become the top program in the state and one of the top programs in the country. Morgan has produced several CHS All-Americans while averaging 3 Division I scholarship athletes per year since 2008. Morgan has smashed records for state and relay titles. This past winter, CHS broke the state indoor record in the 4x200 meter relay with a time of 1 minute 38.99 seconds, repeated at state champion at the Group 4 relay and Group 4 track and field championship, and won the sprint medley at the New Balance National Championship. Columbia also broke the state indoor and outdoor records in the 4x400 meter relay last year. In April, Morgan became the only high school coach in U.S. history to win back-to-back Penn Relay 4x800 meter relay titles. The team, anchored by since graduated phenom Olivia Baker, broke the state record when it repeated as champion at the Penn Relays with a time of 8 minutes 45.37 seconds, the second fastest time in U.S. high school history. Baker at the time split a meet record of 2 minutes 2.55 seconds and was named the MVP of the meet for the second year in a row. And as you can see, Morgan is in her second year as the CHS boys cross-country head coach. As of last week, the CHS boy has an undefeated record this season. The team has a solid freshman class. The freshman team has taken second in a couple of invitational meet. And there you have it. Coach Lisa Morgan to be inducted in the Newark Hall of Fame. And rightly so. She have done a fantastic job over at over at Columbia High School. And she's going to continue to produce outstanding athletes from the Cougars. Columbia girls soccer team defeats West Orange. Dana Ladd hat-trick propelled the Columbia High School girls varsity soccer team to a 3-0 win home against West Orange. Leanna Runcie made 7 saves for the shutout as the Cougar won their 4th straight game to improve to an 8-2 record. And you know, you can just see how a coach makes a significant difference. Last year, the Cougars were like 2-10. They won about 2 games. This year, they are now 8-2. And that is how a coach and many times players can make a significant difference. Columbia boys soccer team loses to Caldwell 1-0. The Columbia High School boys varsity soccer team dropped a 1-0 decision to Caldwell at Meadowlands Park. Brandon Cusick, Will Unterkaufler scored. The Cougars lost to Eastside 5-0 in Newark and moved to a 1-win and 10-loss record. 1 win and 10 losses, ladies and gentlemen. So it seemed like the soccer team is not doing well. The football team is not doing well. However, the women's soccer team is doing well. And there are other teams at Columbia that are doing very, very well. Now let's quickly go over to South Orange and see if anything happened over at South Orange. Season Influenza Clinic. The South Orange Department of Health will offer seasonal influenza vaccination for residents 18 years and older on Thursday, October the 23rd from 7:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. at the Bayard Center. Residents with medical Part B card must bring their card to the clinic in lieu of payment. Residents without medical Part B card will be charged $20. Ladies who are pregnant and or nursing must bring a note from their physician in order to receive the vaccination. If you have any questions, you can contact the Health Department at 973-378-7715. That's 973-378-7715. Let's go over to the Mayport Township to see what's going on over there. Tomorrow, the Jefferson School Walkathon. The entire Jefferson School student body will be walking to the school together from Orchard Park in Mayport with parents, teachers, staff, and special guests from the district administration and the township of Mayport. Join child and adults around the world to celebrate the benefits of walking and bicycling. That will be held at Orchard Park from 7:30 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. That's from 7:30 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. And dance and drum tribute to honor a teacher of dance and history on Saturday, October 11th. A dance and drum tribute in honor of Uwende Kelly Johnson, an opportunity for the community to show their love and appreciation to a wonderful teacher of dance and history and founder of Iwa Liwa Dance Company. They will be singing, dancing, and drumming. It will take place at Mayport Memorial Park Amphitheater. There will be no food or alcohol served, just water. No food, no alcohol, just water. Folks are welcome to bring their own lunch. Again, that's October 11th from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. at the Memorial Park Amphitheater. We're going to go for a short break, and when we come back, we're going to wrap up. We'll be right back.
Coming soon, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, the South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience. You're listening to the South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience. For more, go to SoMore.org to participate.